Have you ever wondered how aging impacts your sexual health? As we enter our 70s and 80s, many of us may find ourselves grappling with questions about intimacy, desire, and sexual pleasure. This is a topic that is often overlooked or shrouded in stigma. Yet, it's a completely natural part of human sexuality that doesn't necessarily stop with age. In today's video, we're going to explore 8 essential insights that everyone in their later years should know about masturbation, sexuality, and aging. Sexuality and self-pleasure don't disappear with age, they evolve. But understanding how your body changes over time, both physically and emotionally, is crucial to maintaining a fulfilling and healthy sexual life. If you're in your 70s or 80s and have been thinking about these issues, or if you're caring for someone in this age group, this video is for you. So why should you watch until the end? Well, we'll be diving into not only the physical and emotional changes that happen as we age, but also the expert tips and insights that will help you embrace your sexuality in a way that's fulfilling and empowering. Whether you're navigating these changes personally or helping a loved one, this information will equip you with the knowledge to enjoy this part of life fully and confidently. Let's dive in. 1. Physical changes in the body and how they affect sexual health. As we age, our bodies undergo significant physiological changes that can influence our overall health, including our sexual health. Hormone levels, physical functioning, and energy levels naturally decline over time. This isn't something that should cause alarm, but it's important to understand that the changes can affect everything from libido to the way our bodies respond to sexual stimuli. Hormonal changes. In men, testosterone levels begin to gradually decrease around their late 30s or early 40s, continuing at a steady pace through the years. Testosterone is the key hormone responsible for sexual drive and performance, and as it decreases, men may notice a reduction in libido and more difficulty maintaining an erection. This phenomenon is known as erectile dysfunction, and while it can be frustrating, it's very common among older men. Interestingly, while this is a natural aging process, many men still want to explore their sexuality even if the physical aspects aren't quite as easy to access as they once were. For example, take the story of Tom, a 74-year-old man who had a long history of healthy sexual relationships but began to struggle with erectile dysfunction as he entered his 70s. Initially, Tom felt embarrassed and anxious, but he soon realized that with the right guidance and openness, he could still enjoy intimacy with his partner. Tom and his wife started experimenting with different techniques and tools to help Tom maintain arousal, and they even sought advice from a specialist on using hormone therapy and other treatments. Their intimacy didn't stop, it just transformed, and they found a deeper emotional connection as a result. Women, on the other hand, experience their own set of hormonal changes, most notably through menopause, which typically occurs between the ages of 45 and 55. Estrogen and progesterone levels drop dramatically, which can lead to a range of physical changes including vaginal dryness, reduced elasticity, and less natural lubrication. This can make experiences like masturbation or intercourse less pleasurable and even painful. But menopause doesn't mark the end of sexuality. Many women continue to explore their sexuality in different ways. The key here is to remain aware of how your body is changing and make adjustments accordingly. Some women, like Barbara, a 72-year-old writer, use lubricants and creams designed for vaginal dryness, which greatly improve their experiences and reduce discomfort. As we age, we also experience changes in circulation, which can affect blood flow to the genital area. For both men and women, this can reduce arousal and make achieving orgasm more difficult. The loss of muscle tone in the pelvic floor can further affect sensation and control. But that doesn't mean pleasure can't still be achieved. There are a variety of exercises, like Kegel exercises for both men and women, that help strengthen pelvic floor muscles and improve sexual function over time. In summary, while aging brings physical changes that affect sexual function, it's important to recognize that intimacy can still be a deeply fulfilling part of life. Knowledge is power when it comes to addressing these changes. 2. Potential health risks and how to stay safe. Masturbation in general is considered safe for most people, but as we age, it's essential to be aware of certain health risks. While it's a healthy and natural activity, the physical exertion involved, whether during masturbation or intercourse, can strain the body if we're not mindful. For example, if you have any underlying cardiovascular issues, such as heart disease or high blood pressure, sexual activity could elevate your heart rate and put additional stress on the heart. In extreme cases, this could lead to complications like dizziness or chest pain. It's vital to consult with your doctor and be aware of any risks before engaging in sexual activity. If you notice any discomfort during or after sexual activity, it's important to get it checked out by a professional. Just like any other form of physical activity, it's essential to listen to your body and make necessary adjustments. Similarly, conditions like arthritis or joint problems may make certain positions difficult or even painful. A simple solution can be using cushions or experimenting with different positions to reduce strain on your joints. Many older adults find that lighter and slower movements, as well as more supportive positions, can alleviate discomfort and still provide satisfaction. Take Judy, a 69-year-old retired nurse who found that lying on her side with her knees drawn up helped ease her joint pain and gave her the comfort she needed to still enjoy intimacy, both solo and with her partner. Furthermore, medications for chronic conditions such as diabetes, depression, or high blood pressure can also interfere with sexual health. Some medications may reduce libido, cause difficulty achieving arousal, or lead to delayed orgasm. If you're taking medication, it's important to discuss with your healthcare provider whether your medications could be affecting your sexual function. In some cases, alternative treatments or adjusted dosages can help improve your experience. 3. Mental and emotional health. Breaking the stigma of aging and sexuality. Sexuality plays a key role in mental and emotional well-being, particularly as we age. Engaging in sexual activities, even solo pleasure like masturbation, releases endorphins and oxytocin, which are feel-good hormones that help alleviate stress and boost mood. These benefits are especially valuable as older adults often face challenges like loneliness, anxiety, or even depression. However, many older adults struggle with guilt or shame surrounding their sexuality. This may stem from societal stigmas or cultural messages that deem sex inappropriate or irrelevant for older people. Such negative emotions can create a barrier to healthy sexual expression and can lead to issues like self-esteem struggles or anxiety. One example comes from James, an 80-year-old man, who found it difficult to embrace his sexual desires because of societal judgment. For years, he felt embarrassed and avoided discussing it with anyone, including his wife. Over time, he realized that denying this part of himself was only causing emotional stress. With the help of a therapist, James came to understand that sexual desire doesn't fade with age, and that embracing his sexuality could enhance his emotional well-being. Today, James is open about his needs and desires with his wife, and their relationship has never been more emotionally fulfilling. This is why it's so important to break the silence and discuss sexual health openly, whether in therapy with a partner or in support groups. By doing so, older adults can regain a sense of confidence and pleasure in their sexuality without shame. The impact of social isolation and loneliness on sexual health. Social isolation is a growing concern among older adults and can have a direct impact on both mental and sexual health. Many people in their 70s or 80s may find themselves feeling disconnected due to retirement, the loss of loved ones, or physical limitations. This sense of loneliness can drive people towards solitary activities, including masturbation, as a form of comfort and emotional release. While self-pleasure can help alleviate stress and provide temporary relief, it's essential not to rely solely on this as a means of emotional fulfillment. Prolonged loneliness can lead to deeper mental health struggles like depression and anxiety, which in turn can diminish sexual desire. For example, Barbara, a 75-year-old widow, initially turned to masturbation as a way of coping with the loss of her husband. While it provided some temporary comfort, she soon realized that it wasn't enough to fill the emotional void. She decided to reconnect with old friends and join a local community group. Over time, her social life blossomed, and this sense of connection had a profound effect on her overall well-being and on her sexuality as well. To maintain a balanced lifestyle, it's important to seek out social connections. Whether through group activities, volunteering, or staying in touch with family and friends, building relationships can combat loneliness and enhance your overall emotional and sexual health. The power of communication in relationships. When it comes to sex, communication is everything. As we age, our sexual preferences may change, and it's vital to have open conversations with partners about these changes. Whether you're in a long-term relationship or exploring solo sexuality, discussing your desires, needs, and challenges openly can lead to greater intimacy and satisfaction. For older couples, the key may lie in exploring alternative forms of intimacy. For instance, some couples find that physical affection like hugging, kissing, and cuddling becomes more meaningful than intercourse. Others continue to enjoy a range of sexual activities, but may need to adjust their techniques due to physical limitations. John and Mary, both in their early 80s, discovered that their sexual relationship was just as fulfilling as ever after they openly communicated about their changing desires. By exploring different ways to experience pleasure, such as incorporating more sensual touch and focusing on emotional connection, they were able to deepen their intimacy and continue to enjoy their relationship. 6. Embracing your changing sexuality. It's never too late. As you enter your 70s or 80s, you might find that your sexual experiences evolve in unexpected ways. And that's completely okay. It's important to embrace these changes rather than resist them, because the idea that sexual pleasure diminishes with age is simply a myth. Many people report having some of the best sexual experiences of their lives later in life. Why? Because they become more attuned to their bodies and desires, and they're less concerned with societal pressures or the need to perform in the same way they did when they were younger. Take Shirley, a 77-year-old woman who had spent years in a long-term marriage. After her husband passed away, she found herself rethinking what sexual pleasure meant for her. She had always focused on pleasing her partner, but had neglected her own desires. When she met someone new in her 70s, she was hesitant at first. But once she started communicating openly with her partner about her needs, she found new ways to experience intimacy. Shirley discovered that sex wasn't about meeting expectations, but about creating meaningful moments of connection that aligned with her evolving needs. She even experimented with vibrators and different forms of stimulation, discovering new avenues for pleasure that she had never considered before. In your 70s or 80s, you have the luxury of experience. You've likely become more comfortable in your own skin and are able to embrace what feels good to you, whether that's through self-pleasure, mutual experiences, or deep emotional intimacy. It's about listening to your body and recognizing that your sexual journey isn't a destination, it's a continuous and evolving experience. 7. Exploring new avenues of pleasure, sex toys and alternative techniques. Incorporating sex toys or exploring alternative techniques might seem like a foreign concept, especially if you grew up in an era where such topics weren't openly discussed. However, today's wide range of products, from vibrators to lubricants, can open up new possibilities for sexual enjoyment. These tools are designed not only to increase physical pleasure, but also to enhance emotional connection and self-exploration. For example, Jeff, a 72-year-old man, had long struggled with maintaining an erection, which affected his ability to enjoy intimate moments with his wife. After speaking with a specialist, they decided to try a penis ring and a vibrating device. With some initial hesitation, Jeff realized that these tools enhanced their experience, allowing him and his wife to enjoy intimacy in new, pleasurable ways that didn't rely solely on traditional intercourse. Sex toys are also a great way to engage with your body when physical limitations make certain positions or movements difficult. Vibrators can help people with mobility issues or those experiencing diminished sensitivity maintain or regain sexual pleasure. Similarly, lubricants can make sexual activity more comfortable, particularly for women experiencing vaginal dryness or men facing erectile challenges. Not only do these tools support physical pleasure, but they can also contribute to emotional well-being. By feeling empowered to explore your sexuality with these devices, you can combat feelings of frustration or inadequacy, fostering a sense of confidence in your sexual life. Remember, there is a relationship or starting something new, discussing your sexual boundaries, preferences, and any changes you may be experiencing is vital. For example, Marvin and Linda, both in their 80s, had been married for over 50 years. In the past, their sexual relationship had been very active, but as they aged, Marvin developed some concerns about his ability to perform sexually. He became anxious about his wife's expectations, but one day he decided to open up to her about his fears and embrace a new form of intimacy in their golden years. Sexual consent is also crucial, just as it has always been. As people age, their needs and desires can shift, and it's important to make sure that both partners are on the same page. What feels comfortable and exciting for one person may not for the other, so taking the time to discuss expectations and preferences fosters a safe and enjoyable sexual experience for both parties. For those who are single or in the early stages of a new relationship, it's especially important to establish boundaries and communicate openly about desires. Aging doesn't take away your right to sexual fulfillment, and clear communication ensures that your relationships are respectful and fulfilling. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle, the foundation of sexual health. Your overall health has a profound impact on your sexual well-being. Physical activity, balanced nutrition, and mental health practices all contribute to maintaining a fulfilling and healthy sex life. Exercise, in particular, plays a crucial role in sexual health as it improves circulation, boosts energy levels, and helps to reduce stress. Activities such as yoga, walking, swimming, or even stretching can help maintain flexibility and muscle tone, especially in the pelvic region. This can enhance sexual function and increase blood flow to the genital area, improving arousal and overall pleasure. A healthy diet, rich in vitamins and minerals, also supports sexual function by maintaining hormone levels and energy levels. Foods rich in antioxidants, for example, can improve circulation and reduce inflammation, while zinc and magnesium are known to support healthy testosterone levels in men. Taking care of your mental health is equally important. Chronic stress, anxiety, and depression can significantly affect libido and sexual function. Practicing relaxation techniques like meditation, breathing exercises, or engaging in hobbies that bring joy can reduce stress and help you feel more confident and comfortable with your sexual self. Staying mentally and emotionally healthy fosters a positive attitude towards sexuality and allows you to fully enjoy these experiences. Final thoughts. Embrace your sexuality at any age. As you age, your sexuality may change, but that doesn't mean it has to fade away. Embracing these changes with a positive mindset, seeking new avenues for pleasure, and fostering open communication with your partner can all help you continue to enjoy intimacy in fulfilling ways. Remember, every person's sexual journey is unique, and there is no right or wrong way to experience it. What matters most is that you feel empowered to explore and enjoy your body, to maintain meaningful connections with those around you, and to live your life fully, sexual health included. Whether you're navigating the complexities of aging alone or with a partner, always know that intimacy, pleasure, and connection are within reach at any stage of life. So take care of your body, communicate your desires, and embrace your evolving sexuality. Your sexual health deserves just as much attention as your overall health, and there is no age limit to enjoying life's pleasures. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content like this.